Good afternoon. Today I'll be making parwal, stuffed parwal, pointed gourd. As you know, for this you need to scrap the outer cover of the pointed gourd parwal and remove the filling inside, all the pulp inside, by using a chow mein stick. And once you have taken it out, this is the residue what you will get. These are the seeds. We'll be using this in the recipe. So I have added mustard oil into the vessel and we'll be putting cumin seeds in that. Here I have kept ready in hand chopped garlic, ginger, coriander leaves, onion, green chilies and tomatoes. So I'll start with the garlic. I hope you like this recipe. And I'll be adding ginger. Then I'll be adding the onions. Add it one by one so that it gets time to cook for some time. I'll be stuffing mutton keema in this. Whenever we purchase mutton from the market, we just separate the boneless ones and the one with the bones, and I refreeze a few of it and marinate some and keep it in the refrigerator, and the boneless one I use as I wish. So today a few pieces, around 3 to 4 pieces of boneless mutton, I have just made it into a keema. Later on you will get a recipe in the if you check my channel you will find the recipe in it. So at this point I'll be adding the mutton keema which I had made. You can also purchase it from the market, no problem. Just crush it. A little fat of the mutton has also been used in it, in the recipe. Now this mutton keema will take some time to cook because mutton does not cook so fast. So what we'll do, we'll add some salt and let it cook for some time. Then later on we'll be adding the spices. So I am adding salt. The quantity of salt should be a bit more so that when you put the stuffing, it does not feel bland. A bit of turmeric powder. Have you ever tried this recipe? You can make any kind of filling. You can make it with vegetables, potatoes, paneer, chicken, fish, any kind of stuffing can be prepared in the same way. Here I'll be adding the pulp of the parwal. All the flavors of the meat will get into the pulp. We will be cooking it on low flame so that it cooks nicely. Just keep crushing it. I'll also be adding cumin powder, a bit of chili powder, and also coriander powder. I'll be using 1 teaspoon. If you have any questions, you can leave your questions. I will answer them later on. And this is raw papaya, grated raw papaya, which I have grated. This will help to cook the mutton much faster. And the taste will also get enhanced. Whenever you make either with keema or with full big pieces, you can add raw papaya, grated raw papaya along with the skin, and that makes it tender. I'll be adding the green chilies and tomatoes as well. Little bit of coriander. And this stuffing will really taste delicious, and you can use this stuffing for making patties as well. Only thing, you need to add breadcrumbs to it. From where you are watching, please let me know in the comments. Now we'll cover it for some time and cook. Here you can see the pointed rods. I'll just show you how I have taken out the pulp. You just need to this is a chow mein stick which I had at home. You can use the back of the spoon. You just need to pierce it from here. Do it gently so that it does not destroy the outer cover of the parwal. So you need to pierce it from here and the opposite side, and just keep scooping like this, and you will see pulp like this will come out. I'll just add it to the vegetable. And similarly, all the parwals you will make a hole. Can you see the outer side? Yeah, can you see through? Yeah. So it's looking beautiful. Another way you can do it is that you just make a slit and then you use a teaspoon and then you just take out the pulp. That way also you can do it. This way it will look different, and I hope you will love it. You can pair this recipe with chapati, rice, or any other. You can use it as a side dish. I'll just show you how it's looking. Keep crushing it, and while it is cooking, if you require, you will add water, but not right now. We'll again cover the lid and then we will let it cook. Do you have any questions? Just let me know. Have you ever made this recipe or used this vegetable? I I will be making this recipe with chapati. So I will also show you how to make a chapati dough along with it. So here I will be taking multigrain flour. So I will be taking 2 scoops of multigrain flour and will be adding water to it. Chapati is a plain roti which we call in India. It does not require any oil, salt or any other stuff. You just need to make it with water. By the time the keema is getting cooked, I'll just make the dough and show you how it is being made. It's any dough like a cookie dough, you add butter and water, but here we will add water. You can also add milk to this dough. It will taste different, a bit sweeter, but usually in India we make it with water. You see the texture, how it is being made. It should be soft, not very soft nor very hard. Deep fried puri, that is also made with whole wheat flour, which is the dough. It's the same dough in that we add oil and salt to it and that we deep fry. And the dough is tighter in nature, but for a roti, chapati, the dough is soft. So this is the dough is done. When you see the vessel is clean, that means the dough is ready. You can oil it with ghee. I'll be using ghee to just cover it so that it does not get dark. This is Indian ghee, what we use. You can use butter, oil, anything. A little bit I have taken and I'll just mash it. The more you knead the dough, the more softer the roti will be. I will also show you how to make the chapati dough as well. This is my second live stream. I'm just trying to learn how to do live stream. So here you go, the dough is done. We'll just cover it with a plate and keep it aside. So my dough is ready and my keema is getting cooked. And once the keema is cooked, see, if the stuffing is more, you need not worry. You can use it in the gravy and that will also taste delicious. You see the tomatoes. Just mash it like this with the spatula. At this point you can also add boiled potatoes to it, but I will not be adding any. That will increase the volume of the stuffing. And this much stuffing is absolutely sufficient for us. I'll add a little water and let it cook for some more time. Once the stuffing is ready, cooking the parwal is not tough. It won't take much of time because parwal gets cooked faster. And I will cook it in the same vessel so that not much of washing will be required. Just add little by little, not too much because we don't want to make it a watery like structure. This water will allow the keema to get cooked. griddle, I'll just shift the this in the other, because this will take some time. By the time my chapati will be done. This will also save your time too. So while the griddle is getting hot, I'll just show you something more. We'll be requiring a dry flour that will keep healthy. And this is a beetroot dough which I had made earlier. You can get the recipe in my shorts which I had made, and a detailed recipe I will show you later on. So this is a beetroot dough. This has been made with rice flour, multigrain flour and besan. Besan is chickpeas flour, and I have added salt, ajwain and onion seeds to it, and beetroot we have minced it in the mixie and grinded it, and then we have added it whole, not the juice. It's, including its pulp, we have used it to make this dough. Like just as you have seen that I have added water and made the dough, here I have added the beetroot along with its pulp, minced, and a little bit extra water to make this dough. So for making the chapati, we also need a pin like this. I'll check the keema beforehand. You can just see the texture right now. I think it is cooked. I've been cooking it for so long. So I'll just switch off the flame and allow it to cool so that stuffing the parwal will be easier. So by that time it's getting cooled, I'll make the chapatis. For this you need a rolling pin and a spatula just to overturn it. And you need a place where you need to keep the chapati. I'm sorry about the sound, the background sound. So first I will show you how to make the plain chapati. So this is a plain chapati. You just need to divide it into parts. Out of 2 scoops of flour, we could make around 5 chapatis. I'm just dividing them equally. You need to roll them round. We'll keep them aside. Sorry. I'm sorry about the movements, so that you can get all the view what is being done. So first you will take the dough and you will roll it neat and clean. Place the dry flour just have sufficient space in front of you so that you can roll it. Roll it gently first. You need to roll it round. See. If you are doing it first time, just make it average thin. You can see. If you allow it to rest for more time, around half an hour, the edges will be more neat. And the more you knead, the more softer the texture will be. Now I'll just show you. Once there are bubbles in the chapati, then you need to overturn it. You can directly use your hand, and now you should cook it on high flame. So it will take some time because this is the first chapati I am making. Now by the time that is getting cooked, I'll make another one. So here you need to multitask, or else you will be quite slow in making it. This is an Indian recipe and this is my own original recipe. I hope you will like the recipe. See, it's not yet red. There will be a few spots. Till then we'll dust this one. I'll show you two of these ones. I'll use this for something else. So I'll just roll two and show you. Here you go. Wait. You need to lift this one up. This is how you lift. And then put this. By the time you cook this one, the other one will also be cooked. See how it is getting puffed. Fresh hot rotis really taste delicious and the whole house is filled with the aroma of roti. So this will look dry, but still it will taste nice. And we will overturn it. So the timing you can understand. By the time you overturn, you can just flip the side. So now we'll go here and you just see. You just need to keep it in a casserole so that it stays warm. Stick to the end so that you know how I'll fill the pointed gourds as well. It won't take much of a time. I'll just complete the work at hand. Make it round. See, by the time I was making, now it is getting red and you have to use high heat. So I am picking it up, removing it like this, placing the other one and allowing it to cook. See how it is puffing. You can also puff it on the, if you do not have a flame, you can puff it on the tawa itself. I'll show you one like that as well. So is it clear how you are going to make chapatis? And definitely try this recipe. This is a fresh bread. You can call chapati a bread as well because it is used with any other kind of curry, dry vegetables, salad. You can make it like a tortilla. You can add a stuffing, anything. You can make pizza out of it. Just add your toppings and you can just bake them and it will be thin crust pizza. with chapatis. No additional preservative is given. Freshly made, homemade chapati. Here in India, it is a practice for everyone to make chapati at home. See, how long did it take? By the time you are watching, so many chapatis I could make. Now it depends on the number of members at home. So we multitask and we make so many things together. See. And if it is difficult for you to roll thin, you can make a thicker one, and then also you can make a chapati. Only that it will be thick in nature. But in that case, it will definitely puff. Sometimes when you make it more thin, it is difficult to puff because the air gets out from other places, or where it is not, where there is a rough, thin and thick in nature, then it's get difficult. So my chapatis are done, and now I will roll the beetroot dough as well and show you how it will look after making it. This is the first time I will be making it. I have made beetroot chapati a number of times. See, this is how you place it in the casserole. So everything will be handy, and it will take just a few minutes. So now this I cannot make very thin because it will start sticking. So you need to add more flour to it. Make a thicker one, no problem. That's it. I won't make it more thin. Oh, I had to show you how to make it on this. Just keep pressing in the center for some time. Rising it on the flame is much more easier. Yeah, I see someone from America, Laxeno Williams. Hi, Laxeno Williams. You can use a clean cloth for it. See, this is how, if you don't have a gas with flames, then you can do it like this. Slowly turn it from all sides. See how it is puffed, and use this to remove it. Now you see, we'll be picking this one up here. So I'll just show you another one. This time I'll be adding more flour so that the texture of this dough is a bit different than the whole wheat flour, because we have added 3 kinds of flour in this. And this you can apply ghee and you can make it as a paratha as well. So my chapati is done. We'll start stuffing the parwal. We'll pick this one up. How are you liking the video? Please let me know. Are you finding it useful? That's more important. By the time it is getting cooked, I'll just clean this. So now once this is done, we'll add the remaining coriander leaves to it. And we'll just mix it. So this is getting done. So this is done. Now we will start with the parwal. Close the lid. So here you go. So now we need to stuff it inside. You can use your hands to stuff it. So we'll pick up a little by little and we'll use the same chopstick to insert it inside. We'll be stuffing it from both the sides and you need to fully stuff it. Just a moment. You need to stuff it like this. This will take some time for stuffing inside. Just ensure that it is in the center, or you can just shift it to one side. Can you see how the stuffing is getting inside? See, if I'm pressing it, it is coming out from there. So little bit more can go inside. Yeah, it's sufficient. If I add more, it will start oozing out. Once it is when it gets cooked, this will become softer in nature, the outer cover. So now we'll keep it separately, and similarly we'll stuff the other parwal or pointed gourd. This stuffing can be added to pumpkin, green pumpkin, which we call bottle gourd. You can do it in that also, but you need the thin long ones. This will taste really delicious, and it's a good way to introduce vegetables into your meat as well. You can make it without any meat. You can make it meatless. Add paneer, any other veggies you want, any mixed veggies. You just add spices and just stuff it inside. It will taste different than what you will mix and cook. If you have any questions, you can just note it down in the chat and I'll reply it later on. Since I'm cooking, my concentration is on cooking. It's done. Similarly, we'll stuff the rest. Have you ever tried this recipe? Please let me know. What kind of stuffings do you make? You can share your knowledge to us as well. Keep stuffing from both the sides. The mouth of the pointed gourd is thin, so it will take some time. If you make a wider hole, then all the stuffing might come out after cooking. So a small hole has been made so that the stuffing remains inside. And after stuffing this, we will cook the whole recipe together, and then it will not take much of a time. If there is any question, please let me know. I hope you are liking the recipe. A bit more can go in. And if there are bigger pieces of meat, then you just need to insert it in the center at first. Sometimes it happens that even after you mince, a part of the, like this is, it has got minced but it is sticking together. So I'll just stuff it inside. Use the stick. See, it's coming out. Yeah. There you go. This is Bharwa Parwal, what we call in India. Here you can see how the stuffing. It's meat, onion, ginger, garlic, coriander, tomatoes, cumin powder, turmeric powder, chili powder, salt, and coriander powder, along with coriander leaves which has been given into it. I have not yet added garam masala. I'll be adding it later on. Now it depends what kind of spices you like. You can add accordingly. Even you can make it without spices, just with salt and pepper. But the kind of vegetables which you will be using, you can use tofu. I have never tried, but you can try it with that. That you just add raw onions, ginger, coriander leaves, and salt and pepper, and then you stuff it. That will really taste, because we usually make it with paneer. Paneer is Indian cottage cheese. When you curdle the milk, you just strain the water, and you the residue is called paneer. Yeah, it's stuffed. I know it's you are bearing with me. It will take some time to complete the stuffing. This will be having for lunch today. Any questions? Please let me know from where you are watching. And are you liking the recipe? Have you ever tried this recipe? Anything you want to share, you can share it over here. With all the given home ingredients, this recipe is being made. No preservatives, nothing is added, and freshly made recipe is really tastes delicious. And nowadays everyone is promoting home cooked food. Why to eat frozen if you can eat freshly made home cooked food? Due to YouTube, we are having so much of knowledge which we are sharing with each other, that even I try recipes from abroad or any place which I like, and I think I get the ingredients easily and I can make them, and it's really, we would love the taste of it. Or sometimes for curiosity we make it, that how does it taste, I would like to try it. So this stuffing, you can add it in capsicum as well, or in tomatoes. The tomatoes should be a bit raw in nature, not very ripe, so that you just scoop out the pulp inside and you can use it to stuff inside. You can add rice to it as well. I have seen many Mexican recipes where they add rice to it. We generally do not add rice. We prefer to have the filling of meat, or preferably paneer. Potatoes are usually added because they are most of the times available at home. That's why those are used. Just bear with me for some time. It's just going to get over. You need to carefully stuff inside, or else the outer cover can break. I just gave a little pressure and here you go. This is my second YouTube live. I hope you like the way it is being presented. If there is any, if something is missing, just let me know so that I can improve myself while presenting the recipe. I love cooking. That's why I like to share my recipes, so that maybe it is useful to somebody else who watches it. A little bit more. This is the thicker one. I'll just push it with this. Oops, it's coming out. Even the fat with the mutton was used so that no additional fat needed to be provided, but you need to cook it in mustard oil. I have done. You can use any other kind of oil, whichever you use regularly. Sunflower oil, rice bran oil, these are the common oils which people love to use. Here you go. Stuffing takes some time, but you have to bear because I couldn't make it earlier and keep it in advance. This is live. This is the time taken to make so many. So from here to this part of the hole is too small. We'll just push it from here. Yeah. There is another way. Once you have made the hole and you have taken out the pulp, you can deep fry it earlier, but I didn't want to use much of oil. With the least minimum oil I wanted to make this recipe, that's why we are stuffing it raw, and that's an easier process where you keep everything. You just deep fry this so the cover becomes softer, but at that point when you will add these vegetables it might just tear off. So in this case it will not tear off and it will remain intact, so the presentation of the final recipe will look nice. What do you think should accompany with this recipe? Do you have any suggestions? You can let me know. Will it go well with rice? Yes, you can do it with rice as well, but you will need something else along with it. Here it's done. Just a few more to go. And here, just push it inside. Yeah. Are you finding this recipe interesting? Please comment in the chat box. Am I audible? Here you go from here too. So whatever the remaining, I think some of the stuffing will be left over, so I'll be using the stuffing as well while cooking this. So you just see how I'll be cooking it. You can either remove the stuffing, but I will let it cook along because meat takes more time to cook. I have not checked how much, because since it's already minced, when you make chicken pakora, mutton pakora, then it just gets crisp and you just take it out from the fire. This is an easier process. So it's done from here. My hands have got messy, that's not a problem, but when the ultimate result will be delicious, it's worth the effort taken. And I am happy to share the recipe with you all, guys. Oops. I just added more pressure, so it just, no problem. Any questions? Nobody is giving any questions. I will answer them later. Still some spaces there. There you go, you just push it inside with a chopstick or any back side of the spoon can be used, but it should be thin enough depending on the hole. From both the ends you just keep stuffing till it's come to the top. I hope you will like this recipe. Yeah. Being in front of camera, it's taking a bit more time because usually what we do, we prepare the stuffing in advance and it is cold, and when we are ready with the stuffing, we just put it inside the whichever vegetable. You can use tomato, you can use capsicum, you can use potatoes for filling the filling into, and even the long jalapeno peppers can be used, and they will be just amazing. You can use it as a starter as well. And what's better when you are not using any carbohydrate with it, but ultimately I'll be having it with chapati. But if you just alone you want to have it, you can directly put it into the veggies and then you can have it as a snack as well. It's a good alternate, a healthier way to have vegetables included with meat. A little bit more will go. So here it is done. this is done, let me clean up my hands, then we'll proceed further. Don't waste anything. Now I will tell you how we will use this recipe. We'll use the same pan because there is a lot of oil into this. We'll just keep it in the side. Yes. Let me wash my hands and I'll join you back. Switch on the fire. So here you can see, we'll just put the veggies in the side and we'll start putting this inside. It will cook in the same oil. We don't need to add any additional oil into this. The mutton will leave its own oil because this will act as a gravy. Once it gets cooked, I'll just add a little bit of water at the end, not now, or else you'll get a boiled taste. We'll just pick it up and just put it on top. Whatever is in the plate, we will just put it on top. This you need to cook it in low flame. So just keep the flame mild. Stick with me till the end so that you know what is the end result. Hello. Today I am making Bharwa Parwal with Mutton Keema. This is the recipe I have been showing so far with chicken chapati and beetroot chapati. I hope you love the recipe. So we are cooking the Bharwa Parwal in low flame. I'll just show you how it looks right now. Slowly we'll overturn them. You can see there is some oil into it. The outer cover will look somewhat different. And we need to cook it on low flame. And don't worry, nothing will come out, because these are the ones which we had earlier topped it with. The filling will remain intact. We'll add a little water. So with less oil, we are making this recipe. Slowly we'll be overturning it carefully so that the filling does not come out. And this recipe will definitely taste delicious. Take some time. If you have any questions, you can please give your questions to me. I'll answer them later on. The chapati is ready and the meat is getting cooked along with the pointed gourds. What recipes do you make regularly at home for lunch? Today is Sunday and Sunday we are preparing something special every other time, except when we are not well, we cook something bland like khichdi. What about you guys? What do you cook for your Sunday lunch? See now. I did not add any extra oil. Whatever the stuffing had the oil, it is getting cooked in that. And mutton also releases oil. That's why I did not purposefully add any extra oil. I'll be just adding water little by little so that it gets cooked. Now it has not yet got cooked because it is hard and the texture will totally change. And you will yourself come to the outer layer will look a bit soggy, but then you know that it is cooked. Try to make recipes with less oil so that you can have them, enjoy them guilt free, because now there are a lot of awareness about making and preparing healthy food for yourself and your family. That's quite essential. I'll be adding a bit of water right now. Little bit. Any questions? This is my second live. If you want me to improve my presentation, you can just let me know in the comments so that I can present in a much better way. Usually I prepare food which I can cook very fast, and this is my passion to share my knowledge with you all. That's why I had started YouTubing about food recipes and the knowledge which I gained throughout my experience while cooking. And I think I have a presence of mind so that I can share my knowledge to you. And if this recipe is useful for you, the pleasure will be mine. So now you just need to overturn them gently so that it gets cooked from all the sides. The color of the pointed gourd will change, mind it. It will take some more time to cook. Any questions? Today I am making Bharwa Parwal. It's a pointed gourd with meat. The stuffing is made with meat. By the time it is getting cooked, let me clean up my space. See how much junk is there, and I just clean it up till the Bharwa Parwal is getting cooked. So that will save my time when I am talking to you. If there is any question, you can just let me know. Because there is no point standing. You need to multitask whenever you are cooking so that it becomes faster. So you need to keep the working area clean whenever you are cooking, whether you are in front of camera or not, that is immaterial, but always keep it clean and hygienic, and then only you will enjoy cooking. I love to have various types of equipment which really pleases me while I am cooking. Need to wash the scrubber as well. It's going to save my time and you will not get bored. How do you clean your vessels? I hardly spend much time in the kitchen and try to do recipes that can make them faster. And there are people who have helping hand and I don't have one. I do it all on my own. And I encourage people to do it on their own so that they can do it in a more hygienic way. How much time did it take? It's approximately 1 hour, more than an hour, and I made so many things. You can make a salad and then you can present it with that. So by the time the pointed gourd is getting cooked, my cleaning is done. So let's go back to the pointed gourd, the Bharwa Parwal, and then we will see how things have proceeded further. Here you go. Carefully overturn them so that the stuffing does not come out. And the extra stuffing has been done. It is cooking in the extra stuffing. So all the aroma of the meat will enter the pointed gourd, Bharwa Parwal. There are various ways you can make Bharwa Parwal. This is one of them. and it will really taste delicious. I will add water at the end, not now. I'm just cooking it with less water so that the stuffing remains intact, and I'll add water little by little and the stuffing does not come out, and the flavor of the meat will enter. See, this one is soft, you can see. Can you see it? Why is it getting dark? Is the picture clear? Please let me know in the comments. Yeah, I'll add a little bit of water more. Okay. Just below the level so that the meat also gets cooked and the parwal with the steam it will get. It will take some more time for the outer cover to get cooked. By the time it is getting cooked, let me make some salad. So, what do you think? Which kind of salad will be presentable with this vegetable? I'm going to take carrots, cucumber, tomato, onions, yeah, go. So here are the vegetables. First let me clean them, and then you need to scrape the what kind of salad do you make? I preferably make without any salt, simple plain salad. Try to avoid any extra salt. Well, if you add salt it will taste really delicious, but this is very raw food which we make at home. This is the onions. We need to peel it off. It will hardly take a few minutes. It's good that the time you are just waiting for the recipe to get cooked, you are cooking something along with it. I did not have this in mind, but it's extempo. Just wash them nicely. Usually carrot is harder in nature, so I think I will grate today and make it. But tomatoes, if you grate, it will get soggy and this thing, and this is overripe tomatoes. I'll just chop them small. They will really taste delicious. I will not be adding in much thing with this. The Bharwa Parwal is getting cooked and I am cutting the salads. By the time my chapati is already ready. I'll just cut it into cubes. Isn't it faster? Not much of a mash is required. Immediately chop them and have your lunch. I think now it is around 1 o'clock. We need to remove this part. This is hard. No such fancy mess. Just cut it into cubes. What do you think? I should grate the carrot or should I cut it into cubes? Well, since I have cut everything into cubes, I will cut that as well. The pointed gourd is getting cooked. I am cutting the salad. Hi everyone, whoever is watching, please let me know from where you are watching. A little update, I am cooking today Bharwa Parwal with meat stuffing inside it, and it is getting cooked right now, and I am preparing the salad. This is quite hard. Okay, I'll finely chop it, no problem. Split it a bit more. If it is finely chopped, it hardly will make a difference. It will look beautiful. You can make a salad also along with it, but so many things is not required. In that case, you will start overeating. Always have a neat and clean area wherever you are cooking. Any questions, please let me know in the comments. I will answer them later on. I hope you are liking the recipe. This is a simple recipe, though it took some time, but all I started cooking with only removing the pulp from the pointed gourd. I had done it earlier, prepared it so that your time is saved, or else it would take much more time. Later on, if you will be viewing the video, you will just skip that part. So there's no point capturing those moments. When I'll have sufficient time, definitely I will try to show all the parts, because the area gets messy. I hope you are liking the recipe. Am I audible? This is done. So you just need to mix them. So my salad is ready. I will not be adding anything extra to it. I'll be just having it like that, because that will act as a garnish. So we'll come back to the pointed gourd. Just give me a moment. I'll just clear up this thing. So here we are back to our pointed gourd. See how it looks. You can see the color has changed right now. This is Bharwa Parwal with keema, mutton keema. How does it look? Isn't it looking tempting? The outer cover is getting cooked. Let me see, check it. Yeah, a little bit more. When you start seeing the color is changing, that means it is getting cooked. And once the outer cover looks a bit more softer, means it's fully done. So let it cook for some more time. Any questions? So I'll start. So any moment the recipe will be done. Carefully just overturn them. No any other thing is required. A bit more. I have not deep fried anything. It is cooking in the same oil of the meat. Once while preparing the stuffing, I had added oil, and with the same oil it is being cooked. So all the flavor of the meat will get into the pointed gourd. Any questions, please let me know. So by the time it is getting cooked, let's start plating. Since this is without any salt, I'll just add pepper. You can add green chilies with this, but I'm not adding. This is pepper. This is itself sufficient, and no oil, nothing. Once the rice pot is ready, I'll just plate them and have it with chapati. Definitely try this recipe and let me know in the comments whether you like it or not, and what different did you make. Many people add desiccated coconut or freshly grated coconut in it. I have not added anything as such. It's only made with onion, ginger, garlic, tomatoes, and they're really delicious. You can make this kind of stuffing and you can stuff it in anything like capsicum, tomatoes, bell peppers, the jalapeno peppers, potatoes, anything which is hard in nature. You can add it in bottle gourd as well. So I'll be adding this in the plate. Now let's check. What's the condition of the pointed gourd? Yeah, it's cooked. Don't need to overcook, because when once the outer cover is cooked, it's getting pierced. Just one, let me check. Yeah, it's done. So now we start plating. So here we'll start. And we'll have some part of the meat. You can see the part of the pointed gourd as well. Now we'll put the chapati. So this is the beetroot chapati. And this is the plain whole wheat chapati. So here my lunch is ready, and you can apply butter or ghee into your chapati, but I would prefer to have them like this. So here you go. This is my lunch today. Bharwa Parwal, beetroot chapati, plain chapati and salad. Hope you like this recipe, and I hope you will comment into the comment box that how you like the recipe. Thanks for watching. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.